I'm sure we are all aware that people change. Over the years, our lives, faces, and even jobs change. The same is true for celebrities. Even though they may be richer and more famous than us, they still undergo a lot of change. It's fun to look at some of those evolutions, so today we're going to take a look at the top 10 celebrities before and after. What's going on, guys? I'm your host Brie Room and welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm really excited to share this list with you guys today, but before we start, just a little reminder to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on a new video. Also, don't forget to check out our playlist to see more videos like this one, and stick around until the end for some bonus content. Starting us off at number 10, Kylie Jenner. Kylie's before and after plastic surgery photos are something to behold. Pictures of Kylie's face before her fillers and whatnot have been circulating the internet for years because some people think that her glow up from when she was a kid till now is too good to be true. We know that Kylie's gotten her lips done because it's kind of what she's famous for, but there are some other obvious tweaks done to her face as well. Though Kylie has said that she's never gotten real surgery done to her face, she has admitted to using fillers to make herself look the way she does now. There are people who believe that she's had some form of lipo or implant, but Kylie has denied those allegations. The bottom line here is that she's gotten a lot of fillers to the point that her face structure looks completely different to when she was younger. This could be the result of her face maturing, but she's only 23 and she looks a lot more mature than that, at least to me. She's 3 years older than me and I still look like I'm 12 in comparison. At number 9, ADELE. ADELE's before and after weight loss transformation is incredible. She's always looked beautiful, but after her dramatic weight loss, she's looking like a completely different person altogether. Some are even saying that she looks like Sarah Paulson, which I kind of see. According to sources, she's lost so much weight due to her exercise regime, but mostly her diet. Apparently, the singer consumes only 1,000 calories a day and drinks a lot of green juice. I wonder if that was celery juice. Does anyone else remember that craze? I tried it out for a while. It's absolutely disgusting, but it makes you feel really good. Throughout the year, ADELE has been sharing photos to her Instagram that have been documenting her weight loss and has been getting a lot of praise for it. She's doing amazing, though some people are still criticizing her weight, saying that she's still too thick or she's too thin. To those people, I would like to say, if it's not your body, you shouldn't have an opinion. As long as ADELE is happy and healthy, that's all that matters. In at 8, Khloe Kardashian. I'm sure we've all seen our share of celebrity Photoshop fails over the years. You know, the ones that make people look completely different than they do in real life. Those before and after photos are something else. Well, one celebrity whose before photo looked nothing like her after is none other than Khloe Kardashian. The picture in question here is from back in May when she posted this. If you look at any of Khloe's other pictures, you'll see that she looks nothing like the woman in this heavily edited picture. When the picture was first posted, people thought that she had just gotten a lot of plastic surgery done, but nope, that's not surgery, it's Photoshop. How do I know this for sure? Just take a closer look at the necklace in this photo. Do you see the mistake? Her necklace is literally like embedded into her skin. Obviously her neck has been edited since the chain has gone into her body or something. Also, her face is a completely different face altogether, so need I say more? Coming in at number 7, Robert Downey Jr. Here's a before and after you might not have expected. Robert Downey Jr. may be the big shot actor he is now thanks to his role as Tony Stark in the MCU, but before that he had pretty much hit rock bottom and has actually served time behind bars. In 1996, RDJ was caught with illegal substances and a firearm in his car after being pulled over for speeding. As a result of this, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison in 1999 for violating his probation. He served 1 year out of his 3-year sentence before being released in 2000. After his release, he went to rehab and turned his life around, booking more jobs and eventually ending up with the role of Iron Man as we know him today. He's definitely a different man now from who he was back in his prison days, so I think this is a dramatic before and after change. In at 6, Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson has risen to fame from her time on American Idol to her Oscar-winning role in the film Dreamgirls. She's known for her dynamic voice and acting skills, but she also became known for her weight loss as well. Her before and after weight loss is similar to ADELE's because they both look so different. Jennifer has been very vocal about her weight loss journey and how she decided to take the plunge and diet after the birth of her son. Jennifer has said that she joined Weight Watchers and lost 80 pounds with the program. Since then, she shared her diet and exercise routines with her fans to show how she's kept up with her health since dropping the weight. I love watching these transformations, not because I'm looking for stars to have a certain body type, because honestly I could care less about what their bodies look like, but I love seeing the dedication that they have to their lifestyle changes because I know that losing weight isn't easy in the slightest, and it's incredible to see how hard these people work to achieve something. It's actually really inspiring to see. Halfway through at number 5, Ashton Kutcher. Let's talk about Ashton Kutcher before he was famous. Before Ashton Ashton found fame, he was a biomedical engineering student at the University of Iowa, and if you know anything about post-secondary education in North America, specifically in the US, you'll know that going to college is freaking expensive. It costs tens of thousands of dollars just to get an education, and a lot of people can't afford that. So here's Ashton, a struggling student looking for a way to pay for college. Obviously at this time he hadn't gotten his big break, so what did he do? He got a janitorial job at a General Mills plant, sweeping cereal dust off the floor. That sounds pretty tasty to me. Imagine how sweet the air would smell in those buildings with the sugary cereal particles floating in the air. Anyway, Ashton worked here making money for college, and as a side hustle to make more money, he reportedly sold his plasma. He didn't have to work these jobs for too long since he got discovered by a talent manager at a bar and he got into male modeling, so he dropped out of school to do that full time. But now look at him, a big time actor who started out sweeping cereal dust. And at 4, Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito, the man, the myth, the legend. Before he started blasting, he was just a simple guy with a simple job. Before he found his fame, he was actually a beautician for dead people. After Danny finished high school, his older sister paid for him to go to hairdressing school, and once he graduated, he got a job at a mortuary styling the hair of dead people. Danny was mostly in charge of styling women's hair because of his education in beauty school. In an interview, Danny talked about his bizarre job where he said that though he'd styled a few younger women, most of his clientele were old women from Jersey Shore who had passed away. This may seem sad and morbid, but Danny made his job a little more lighthearted by thinking about the fact that he had free range with the hairstyles he was doing since his clients were dead and they couldn't really say that they didn't like what he was doing. I mean, I guess that's a bright side. I would say that it's crazy how Danny went from doing dead people's hair to being an actor, but it's Danny DeVito. He's such an unusual and eccentric guy that this kind of job seems fitting for him. Coming in at number 3, TEKASH 6ix9ine. Here's another person who's different after coming out of prison. Rapper TEKASH 6ix9ine started his career off strong. He had hit music, he had fans, and he made some friends in some high places, but it wasn't until he went to prison that we saw a drastic change in his image. TEKASH was sentenced in a connection to a case involving his gang and was arrested for possession of illegal firearms and attempted murder, to which he pleaded guilty. But everyone knows him as the guy who snitched. He was facing a possible life sentence, so instead of serving that, he made a deal with prosecutors to cooperate with the investigation in order to have his sentence reduced, which is exactly what he did. Though he did serve some time in prison, he was recently released, but now he has a bad reputation. TEKASH though has said that he would have rather become a snitch and be able to see his child and provide for his family than be locked up for the rest of his life. He's beginning to make a comeback, and I'm sure that in the future people will forget about this whole ordeal, but for now his reputation is very different from what it was before his trial. At number 2, Michael Jackson. I think we can all agree that Michael Jackson looked completely different at the end of his life compared to how he looked when he was younger. This had a lot to do with the numerous plastic surgeries. He had work done to his lips, his nose, his chin, and he had received facelifts and cosmetic tattooing. Michael had work done to his lips to make them look fuller after years of them losing shape. He had cosmetic tattooing done to line his lips, giving them a fuller shape. He had his infamous nose jobs, though the reasons for these procedures are shrouded in mystery. Some say it was for cosmetics, and others say that it was for airflow to help him hit higher notes when he was singing. He's also had work done to his chin to give him a cleft. He received facelifts to tighten his skin after it began losing its elasticity because of the skin lightening products he was using to even out his complexion due to his vitiligo. And he had his scalp tattooed to cover up the bald spots on his head left behind from using chemical relaxers to alter the texture of his hair. At the end of his life, Michael was a completely different man from who he used to look like. People suspected that he had body dysmorphia, and that's why he was constantly altering his appearance, but we may never really know for sure. Finally, in at number 1, Johnny Depp. Today we know Johnny Depp as being an incredible actor and the center of a messy lawsuit with ex-wife Amber Heard. But before all this drama, he actually held a job as a telemarketer, though he wasn't very good at his job. Johnny was a telemarketer selling pens and scamming people. In an interview, Johnny opened up about his job, saying that he only ever sold one thing, and after selling, he talked the customer out of buying the items. He said that with this job, you had to make up a name and call people telling them that they were eligible to win a grandfather clock or a trip to Tahiti. Those two things aren't even close to each other. I don't know why, but I don't know. Ask the company. Once Johnny made a sale, he said that he felt so guilty about scamming the guy that he actually talked him out of making the purchase. He literally told the customer that he was being scammed. I think that's like the #1 rule of scamming, like don't tell them. Johnny is probably the worst telemarketer there ever was, but it's okay because he got his big break and now he's a big time actor, so I guess it's just water under the bridge. But yeah guys, that's our list of the top 10 celebrities before and after. I really wanted to give you guys an array of different before and after transformations to give you guys something that you might not have seen before. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, so stay groovy friends.